Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater. Today we're checking out 5 essential accessories for live sound engineers and for musicians running live sound rigs. These are handy items that'll make getting ready for any gig faster, and they'll also help the gig flow much more efficiently. When you're setting up a stage for a performance, there are always cables that need to be routed across the floor, whether from the front of the stage to the back, mic cables that need to go to the snake, whatever they might be, you have to route those cables somewhere, and you don't want musicians tripping, technicians falling over them, and also you don't want them getting all tangled up. It just makes teardown that much easier if they're more organized. A great way to control all those cables is a gaff gun. The gaff gun lays down a strip of gaffer tape, secures those cables to the floor, keeps them organized, and then the gaff tape pulls up with no mess and no residue. It's a great item to have in your arsenal. One of the big issues when you're troubleshooting for a gig is finding cables that have gone bad. You've got an intermittent cable, a cable that's just not working, and when you have a mass of cables running into a snake or a bunch of microphone cables, things in the back of a rack, finding the one that's gone bad can really be a challenge. A handy accessory is something like the Behringer CT100, which is a cable tester. The CT100 allows you to plug in XLR cables, TRS cables, and the readouts show you the status of that cable, whether it's operating properly, whether it's good to go for carrying your signals. In many venues, volume levels can be a real issue. It can be a challenge to stay within legally prescribed ranges of volumes. You may have rules within the venue, the manager or someone who's running the venue may complain about levels. You may have complaints about volume levels from the people who are attending your performance. So having a way to empirically measure those volume levels lets you stay exactly where you need to be, and this can also help when you're mixing. If you know the volume level you're mixing to, it can help you maintain proper balances as you turn the volume up and down. A great way to do that is to use a sound pressure meter. Here I have an Audio Solutions Checkmate. This allows you to set 3 different ranges, a low range, a medium range, and a high range for very loud gigs. We have fast and slow response. We have A and C weighting. We can also set maximum and minimum levels, so it's a great way to see exactly what's happening. You simply turn it on, and it will measure what's happening in the room as far as SPLs are going, and you know exactly what volume level you're operating at. In my career, I've performed in a wide range of different venues, everything from small clubs to larger concert halls to outside events. AC power is always an issue when you're performing, and you want to ensure that you're feeding your gear with the cleanest, safest power possible. One way to get started checking out the power is with an outlet tester like the RT110 from Klein. This allows you to check the status of the ground, hot, and neutral lines and tells you that all the connections are safe, so when you plug your gear in, you can verify that the AC power is not going to do any damage and that it's set up properly so your gear will work well. Finally, dark stages can make it a real challenge to navigate as you're walking around, as well as to work behind gear and inside racks, finding connections, plugging things in, getting everything working. Having a handy light that you can position properly and that gives you plenty of illumination makes that so much easier. Here I've got the Ansman. This is the Mini Inspection Light X7, and it allows 2 different ways to light up your work. First of all, we turn on the power here, and we have a light right on the front that's very focused. If you need broader light, push the switch again, and you get a better light source for illuminating a stage as you're walking or for looking at a wider range of gear. Now the really cool thing about this is there's a magnet on the back, so you can actually mount it to something metal and it'll stay in place while you're working, for example, behind a rack. Very handy item to have. Adding just a few of these accessories to your live sound toolkit can make the gig go so much smoother. And to explore the full range of accessories for live sound, check out Sweetwater.com. I'm Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater.